So let's go ahead and do the next section right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and do add a new section and click on these two right here. Now I did mention really quickly, I don't want to go off topic, but I did mention the fact that you cannot use this on videos on mobile devices. Now a good way to counter that is to actually disable this section on mobile. So let's say, for example, using this section on mobile, using like a video right here, and it kind of sucks because people cannot visit it on their phone. I mean, they can't see the video. So you can actually just disable this whole background if you choose to have that under the advanced settings. So under the advanced settings, under responsive, you can actually hide this on the tablet and the mobile device. So that means that it wouldn't come out all weird for iPhone users because they they can't see video. I don't know on tablet devices, but I know on certain iOS devices that a video does not play. So that's exactly what the visibility thing's for. So that's what it means by hide on tablet and also hide on mobile, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and keep going. So we're doing pretty good so far. You guys are feeling good, get yourself a drink, get yourself a beer, whatever you guys do. So right now I'm gonna show you guys how to do the next section, which is this section right here, the split screen effect. Now I actually have the images in my folder again. So again, feel free to download those anytime. So right here, I'm gonna put this text editor right here, and I'm just gonna put something like "We are amazing." Oops, I kind of want it lowercase. So "We are amazing." And under the style, I want to center this, and I want the text to be black. And of course, we can go ahead and change like the style of typography right here. Go to open sans, etc. Now, guys, if something weird happens to your page builder, or like something doesn't work, just close it and restart it. Sometimes in the world of WordPress, sometimes really weird stuff happens, and I don't know why, but it's just the way it goes, and I wish, everything, in a perfect world that everything worked perfect, but sometimes there's just really strange errors. Just close stuff and just reopen it. So I grabbed the heading text right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and center this right here. I'm gonna put "Rebeing something special." Rebeing something special. And right here, I'll go ahead and just, put a black color and change this to something like open sans. And then weights, I'll do something like 300, which is cool. And then I can go ahead and add in a little divider right here, give it some decor, give it some design and everything. I really like the shape dividers. I'm sorry, shape divider I do like, but the dividers are also really cool because they just add a lot. They really add a lot. Now, one thing I want to point out that if you guys want to actually push this a little bit higher, you can go to advanced and you can actually do -10 for the margin. So you're basically saying, I want this to start a little bit higher than it's supposed to. See how it's a little bit closer now? So that's something that you can do as well, okay? And the next thing we're gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna add in some more text, and then we're gonna add in a button. So right here, I'm adding some more text. I'm just gonna go ahead and center this, and then I'll go ahead and add a button. Now this button right here, I centered it right there. I actually did like a transparent background. So for the background color, I just put like transparent, and then for the text color, I just did black. So right there you can see it just says "click me" right there. And for the border type, I did solid, and I gave it a color. So that's how I achieved that other look right there. So on this other page right here, you can see that I have this right here. So I just basically colored the border right there. So that's basically how I got it. And now for the width, I need to set a width because we don't have a width yet. So you can do something like 5 or something like that, or 1. If you want like a really thin one. And then I achieved the circle by giving it a radius of like 50. So right here you can see that I have a transparent background, and it looks pretty cool. And we got a box shadow to it if you want. If you want to get all cool. See how it has like that shadow. You guys can kind of mess around with that if you want. I'll go ahead and put a little bit. It works sometimes. It works sometimes. It looks pretty cool. So right here, I'm gonna go ahead and click on this. And you guys, I need to actually give this whole section right here a background. So on this section right here, I don't really have a background. And on my other demo website, you can see right here that I have this background right here. So you guys can go ahead and go to the folder if you guys choose to use it or not. And you guys can actually go ahead and download it. But right here, click on this section right here and go to style and go to classic and just go ahead and add in an image. So upload. And I'm going to go ahead and add in that background image right there. So I think the one I added was it this one right here? Let's see which one I added. I think it was this one. Let's go ahead and find out. Well, I'm actually going to upload both, so it won't matter. So I'm gonna go ahead and upload the other file. So right here, upload files, choose the file, and then I'm gonna go ahead and, was it this one? I just forgot. I'm just gonna do both. Okay, so I uploaded the images right here, and of course you can click on them to see them right here. So right here, I'm just gonna go ahead and upload this one right here. All right. Now this section right here, now guys, this section is a little bit more trickier, and I'm gonna explain why I do this the way I do this. So basically, for mobile optimization to work properly, if you add the image like this, it could come out wrong. It could come out wrong, but to clarify, a good way to get past this is to actually just put in a regular little a module right here. Don't have anything there, and then add in a background text. Now I know that sounds a little weird, but I've used this page builder, and that's what makes it work for mobile devices. So basically I added a module here, but I'm not putting anything in the module. I just want the image behind it. So right here, I'm gonna go to background type, go to image, and just simply select an image like that. And then right here, I'm gonna go to cover, and there you go. So now I have my image right there. Now I can also add my other one right there. So I used the other one in this tutorial. So I'll go ahead and upload the other one I had. Let's see here. You guys can upload any images you want. Also, I would recommend Unsplash. Let's do this one. Oh no, actually I use the other one here. So we can use both. We can use either or. So I'll upload that one, and then I'll upload these two right here, because these two are also for the next part. I also included these in the tutorial as well, guys. So just for you guys, if you guys need them, because I know it's kind of hard to get started and everything. So right here, I added that image right there. Now I want to actually stretch this whole section right here. So this section right here, I'm gonna click on Edit Section. I want to go ahead and stretch this section and make it full width. And I don't want any column gaps. So right here on column gaps, I'm going to do no gap. So now you guys can see that this section actually is, it's pretty close together, and it looks pretty good. Now again, we can always go ahead and stretch this section even more by going to our advanced section. And now we can actually make padding, we can do margin, we can do all sorts of stuff. So right here, I'm gonna do something like 50 padding. Now that's only if you guys want like it condensed inside. You see that? Because now I'm basically saying I want to add 50 padding right here, 50 padding right here, 50 padding right here, and 50 padding right here. Okay, so that's just an example if you guys want to do that. But for this section right here, I'm gonna go ahead and increase the padding right here. And as a result, you guys can see it will stretch the image out as well. Now you can do that for either side. It'll work for both sides. So that's basically how I achieve that section like that. So again, this section does not look good like this, but if I add 75 padding, now you guys can see it looks a little bit better. And voila, we have the split screen effect right here. Now I did the same exact thing right here, except I just added more margin, more padding right here. So that's basically how I achieved that. And I made the text bigger. So that's basically why it looks a little bit smaller here. So if I make this bigger, it'll look the same exact way, guys. So see, we bring something special, and you guys can see it's pushing the other picture down. So right here, topography, I'll go ahead and give it a little bit bigger. Oh, way too big. See, something like that. And then of course we can add more padding or more space, but you guys get the idea. So that's exactly how I achieve the split screen effect right there. And you guys can see there's no mod, like there's nothing right there, because I just want it for the background. I didn't want the module, but I'm just using it for the background. So now I'm going to show you the other way, which is the wrong way, just to clarify that that this is the correct way to do it, because I've used this page builder before and I ran into errors. So right here, I'm gonna go to, actually I'll just do this. I can actually just go ahead and duplicate this whole row. Oh no, I'll just, yeah, I'll duplicate it, why not? I don't know, wrong way, whoops. Okay, I'll just go ahead and make a new section. So add a new section, and I'll start from scratch because I want to show you guys the alternative way, which is basically the wrong way. So right here, we go to text. And then, of course, I'm just going to put something like we are amazing, and style. And then I'll just go ahead and leave that. And then I'm going to go ahead and add in the header. Now, you guys don't have to follow me if you guys choose not to, but I'm just showing you how to achieve the split screen effect. We bring creativity. And then I'll go ahead and put something like, we'll do black or something. Let's see, here we go. Style, we'll do black. We'll do open sans, and then we'll make it a little bit bigger. So you guys can see how fast I'm making this page. I mean, once you guys get the basics of it, you guys can make pages like so fast. I mean, I can make a website in like seconds, you know? And like, I mean, like no disrespect to web designers, but for small projects like this, WordPress is definitely recommended. But of course, you know, this is built off PHP, so we will always need web designers and web developers, you know? So right here, I'm gonna go to text editor again, and I'm gonna go ahead and drag this down, and then, you know, style, I'm gonna center it, and I'm gonna go ahead and add a button really quick. So right here, I'm gonna go ahead and add a button, and this time I'm just gonna go ahead and leave the button as something like black, you know, something just simple. Style with something like text color, or there you go. Okay, so we have this section right here. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add in the image. Now this is the alternative way, which I don't recommend. So image right here, and then you guys can go ahead and put in something like this. And then of course this section right here, we can do full width, and remember, no gap. Okay, so this is the alternative way, and then of course right here, I'm gonna go ahead and add in some padding. And another thing before we do that is I'm gonna add a background image to this right here. So right here, click on this right here and go to style, and I can add in a background image. Now you guys can also remember add in like a gradient. You guys can add in basically whatever you want. But right here, I'm just gonna go ahead and add in something like this right here, and then make this size cover. And there you go. We have some decor. You guys can always, you know, do like default. You guys can change the position of it to like, you know, have it any which way you want it to show. So I'll just leave it like that for now and go to save. Now right here, I'm gonna go ahead and do this monitor right here and click on tablet. So this is what it looks like for tablet users. So it looks pretty cool, but let's go ahead and scroll down right here. And you guys notice right here, the image is cut off. Now the reason why that is because basically it's taking only the size of the image. So if the image is not, you know, optimized correctly, it's gonna look like that. Now a good way to prevent this is by doing this way. So this way right here is basically, you know, you can see how the image is being forced on the background. Now this little thing right here won't show on you know, on tablets, so don't worry about it. But that way that I showed you the first time is the correct way because it better optimizes it and it forces the whole image as a background. So right here, I'm gonna go ahead and change this back to desktop. Now I'm gonna go ahead and just delete this module right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and delete this. I don't want this right here. So this thing too, I'm gonna go ahead and just say, you know what, you're retired. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and add in a heading right here. I'm gonna put nothing in the back, and I'm just gonna go ahead and add in a style and add in a, I'm sorry, right here, under this section, I'm gonna go ahead and add in a background to it. So this section, style, classic, image. Now guys, this is only if you want the split screen effect to achieve properly, okay? So if you don't want the split screen effect, you don't have to do it, but that's just an alternative way to do it. So I'm gonna go ahead and save this. And then let's go ahead and see how this looks on tablet. And you guys can see now it looks much better on tablet. And we'll get into mobile optimization a little bit later in this tutorial. And guys, that is very, very important because now Google ranks your website on mobile optimization more than your desktop. So right here, you guys can see it does look a little funny. Now there are some settings that we can change, but I probably would recommend, you know, even disabling certain sections, but we'll talk more about optimization a little bit later. So if you go back to your website right now, it's gonna look kind of funny because we have not optimized it yet for mobile. So it looks a little strange. So don't worry about this too much because we're gonna talk all about mobile optimization a little bit later in this tutorial, okay? So let's go ahead and keep going. So basically we achieved the split screen effect right here. And remember, if you wanna widen it, we can do it the same way we did it to this section. But let's just go ahead and go add in this little section right here. So this little section right here. So 100 happy customers, and we have this cool little testimonial section right here. So right here, I'm gonna go to add a new section, click on that, and then I'm gonna go ahead and add in a header. So right here, I'm gonna put this right here, add this in the center, and I'm gonna put something like 1,000 happy customers. And for the style, I'll go ahead and, you know, we can leave it as we'll leave it as black for now. And then for the advanced section, I want to go ahead and add some padding to the top. So let's go ahead and add some 50. You know, let's give it some space right here. And then right here for the style, I'm going to go ahead and put it, my famous one, Open Sans. And then of course we'll put this, you know, like that. At this point, guys, you're probably getting really familiar with all these options because it's very easy, right? It's a very, very easy page builder to learn and everything. So right here, I'm gonna put centered and I'm gonna reduce the width. something like this. Now, the reason why this is so far apart, because this section right here, we put padding, remember? So we put too much padding on the bottom. So I'm gonna click on this right here and say, I don't want any padding on the bottom. So now as a result, it's much closer, okay? And then again, right here, we can go ahead and click on add a new section. And I'm gonna go ahead and add the carousel in. So that's a new module we haven't used yet. So right here we have the image carousel. We have also the image gallery, but I wanna go ahead and use the image carousel. So right here, I'm gonna put this in. And then go ahead and add some images. So, you know, I can add as many images as I want. Let's see, so I can upload files, select files. And you guys, all the images are also in the folder. So I don't have them here, but they're gonna be in the folder that you guys have. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use these for now. I already have those. So I'm gonna go ahead and, let's go ahead and do these ones right here. So I'm gonna add on all these ones. So I'm gonna have repetitive ones. So right here, I'm gonna go to create a new gallery. You can also give these captions, but that's up to you. So you can put like our business or our home base. And then right here, I'm gonna go to insert gallery. And then as a result, you guys can see that the images will show. Now I recommend using PNG images. So PNG images, guys, have a transparent background. So as a result, they don't have this background because you don't really want that for like this section. See how these, they have no background, so they blend in very easily. So you wanna go ahead and make sure that you use these PNG images. So I'm giving you these for now, but again, remember that when you get your own, you want a transparent PNG background because that's the correct way to do it. These are just